Hello and welcome to Athena's Creations 2017. I'm Athena Turk, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator since 2017. I almost said 19. Welcome to my YouTube channel and Athena's Creations on Facebook. Tonight I've got a brand new to me fun fold. I don't know what it's officially called, but I'm calling it the 4-panel fun fold card. And it folds flat for mailing, and then it opens up and you've got this really cool design in the middle, and then there's plenty of room on the back if you wanted to write something. And if you had dark paper, you would want to do the panels. I'll tell you those pieces in a minute. I have all the directions and measurements, and it's really simple and easy, and it's one of those wow cards. I'm always on the hunt for a new fun fold, and this one is amazing. So I'm going to share all of that with you. This gorgeous vellum. It is actually a thick vellum, and it's super easy to use pretty much any adhesive for this one. Now this paper is beautiful. There's lots to this one, lots of colors, some of the new in colors, a lot of great things that you can do with this one. Hey Crystal, glad you could join us tonight. And I've also got another fun fold using one of my templates that I have in my stash, and I saw a sample similar to this one, and I thought, I've got a fun fold that I could modify, and that's what I did. So I'm going to share all of that with you, and the measurements is really easy. And I'm using this beautiful Berry Burst satin ribbon that was the online exclusive from March. I do believe it's still available. If not, it might be on the last chance list. I didn't look that one up, but the only way you can get this beautiful vellum is if you place an order of $75 or more before tax and shipping. It is limited to 1 per person, 1 per demonstrator, 1 per customer. So it's not like people can just buy multiples and they're going to run out. But it is while supplies last. So don't sit on it too long. Get those orders in. There's also a new July online exclusives that can be pre-purchased for demonstrators now. And you can put that in your starter kit if you decide to join Stampin' Up. So if you have any questions, reach out and I'll be happy to answer them. We're going to go ahead and put the camera down so we can get started. And hopefully the thunderstorms that are coming will not affect our electricity or Wi-Fi, or we might have a temporary pause. I hear the rain already here. My poor little fur baby has run under the couch, and it's coming down. But also I want to share with you this fun little accident that happened. I say fun little accident because I was cleaning my desk, moving things around, and one of these little butterflies I had fell on this candy on my desk, and I thought, you know, that is so cute. You could definitely put some cute little thing like this on in a bag for the teacher week, teacher appreciation, or maybe that's already passed, I don't know. Or a coworker. I just thought that's so cute. What a happy little accident when that happens. Let's do the fun fold first. And when I share with you all the measurements here, I want to move everything off to the side because I don't want to, I want to have plenty of room, in other words, to share everything. I've been playing with the new Pooh bundle and suite, and speaking of the Pooh bundle, I actually used for the die cuts for both cards, I used the, it's called the Stampin' Sweet Words and Labels dies. There's lots to this one, lots of gorgeous labels, and as you can see, you can use it, mix and match all the product, and all of the colors coordinate. It's not like going to Michael's and buying a red and then you go over to Hobby Lobby and you buy a red. You come home and it's totally different reds, like versions of red. Everything with Stampin' Up! Color coordinates beautifully. Everything from the ribbon, everything. And we're using 2 sentiments from the phrases and frames. We're using happiest birthday wishes. And on the inside, several times I have to use something very similar. It's called I Didn't Forget Your Birthday, I Just Wanted It to Last Longer, because it's on my calendar, but if I don't get it in the mail in time, it's going to be late. So this is awesome, and there's beautiful dies that come with this one. Lots of playing around with this bundle. This is actually a really cool stamp set. It's great standalone, or you could do a bundle and save 10%. The great thing about this one is it's designed by $1 million sales achiever Susan Campfield. So it's always fun to get stamps that are created by other stampers that have been stamping for a long, long time. Another little tip I like to share is I save these extra packets, and then when I do some die cutting, this saves me time when I go to create. I'll have several of these off to the side, and they sometimes just kind of get lost. But if I put them in a packet like this, then it makes it easier for me to see them, and they're all in one place, because I do have kind of a mess off to each side. And so that's that. Now, real quickly, the paper, like I said, I said earn this for free. I misspoke. You can get this for $5. It's the product of the month. But in order to get it for $5, you have to place an order of $75 or more. So I think I misstated that earlier. This is Berry Botanical Vellum, and it's 12 by 12. Now, the 2 cards tonight, I'm getting 4 cards out of 1 sheet of the DSP, and you can see there's only the strip left over. So that's not bad. 12 by, I think that's 1 1/4 perhaps. And then of course it's 12 sheets, so you get 3 of 3 designs, or 3 of 4 designs. And then all of the coordinating cardstock, which is what helped me decide what the card bases should be. I used Fresh Freesia and Bubble Bath. And all of that is, like I said, everything coordinates beautifully. And let me just double check. I might have misspoke yet again. 1, 2, okay, 3 of 4 designs. That's correct. So there's this vellum. This would be really pretty for Christmas, which is just around the corner for us stampers. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Berries on there. So pretty. What else? I think there's another one in here. Oh, yes. And then there's this blue, like checkered kind of. So there's a lot here. Well worth it. And this one, like I said, I saw something similar online. And what I need to do is create a template for next time. But it's really, really easy measuring. It's, like I said, I don't know the official name, but I'm calling it a 4-panel fun fold. And it's very, very easy. And this vellum paper, just gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. I've seen a lot of great samples out there, but I haven't seen one like this, so I'm excited to share it with you. Now, the card base, it's a simple 4 panels, basically. It's an 8.5 by 5.5, and you're going to score on the 8.5 side at 2 1/8, 4 1/4, and 6 3/8. And then your 4 panels, which I cut out all together so that, not that it matters, but if you were to hold them up, you can see where the flower was, and there's just a space in between. You don't have to. I just thought it looked polished, if you will, so I did it that way. But you'll need 4 panels, and they are 5 1/4 by 2 inches. So it fits beautifully. There's this pop-up piece in the middle. I used Bubble Bath. Pardon me. That pop-up piece is 5 1/4 by 1 1/2. On the 5 1/4 inch side, you're going to score it at a 1/2 inch, 1 5/8, 3 5/8, and 4 3/4. Super easy, right? Let's go ahead and get all of our, we're going to stamp it and get all of our scoring in. Got all that done ahead of time. Got this beautiful layering. And here's that pop-up fold mechanism. And then, of course, whoops, this gorgeous vellum. And I don't know if you can see. It is, I mean, I'm sure it's the same as other vellum, but to me it feels thicker. And I love it. Okay. I can't remember how these line up, but I did cut them so that they would. Don't have to. Okay, there we go. I don't think that one goes there. There we go. I don't know. Oop. Ah. And the mystery is solved. Just like that. Again, it doesn't have to be, but I don't know. I guess I'm type A and I like that. All right. So pretty. Ah. All right. Let's just go ahead and burnish all of our score lines. We've got 4 different score lines. I don't know if you can hear all that rain that's coming down, which is kind of nice for May. And of course, it's Memorial Day weekend, and there's going to be lots and lots of rainy stuff going on. All right. Let's just burnish this a little bit more. All right. You could kind of do something very similar and use a punch on the bottom, and it's kind of like that stand-up card. But I think that one had 3 panels. So what I want to do is I'm going to put the first panel on. And we're going to do this in steps because I didn't do that one in steps and I learned the hard way, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. And then of course you can use any adhesive. I like to use my Stampin' Seal. All right, I'm going to just find that sweet spot where it's as close to centered as possible. Tiny little border. And you're going to see that I'm adding the adhesive, and you're not going to be able to see it. It's just gorgeous. I love how it hides under there. And I'm going to put all 4 panels in a minute. Like I said, it's a step. And I didn't do this last time. And I want to make sure, because I want to make sure they're lined up, right? Oh, you might hear that thunder. Now you'll notice I'm not putting it in the middle this time. I'm going to come back and do that in just a second. But there's a reason for that. All right, so we've got our little piece here. And let's burnish these. So it's basically going to go in like that. And we're going to only put adhesive on this side, right? Then we're going to find the middle and tuck it in. I'm going to turn it this direction. So there's not adhesive on the inside because I wanted to make sure I could get this one in there first. Now I'm going to apply pressure. Now it's in there. Perfect. Okay. That's what I didn't do before, and I was finagling with it, but I got it to work. All right, panel number 3. Beautiful paper. And I put some embellishments on this one, but you certainly can use butterflies, because what goes great with flowers? Butterflies, of course. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to tuck it in. But I think what I'm going to do, and I didn't, like I said, I didn't do this earlier. I'm looking to see if I have a pencil. Can't find a pencil. Maybe I won't. But I think if you have a pencil, perhaps just put a tiny little pencil line right there. This will hide. I'm just going to put a little line like that. Wait, you know what? I didn't do that right. It's going to be like right there. So you can barely see it. And when I put that on there, you won't see it at all. This will help me know exactly centered, because it was honestly lopsided when I did it earlier. All right, just that little piece right there, we're going to put our adhesive. And we're going to tuck it. Tuck that in there. See how easy this is? And it's such an elegant looking card. Now, the last panel. Just like that. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, and then it closes like that. And you have plenty of room if you want to write something on the inside. You could totally do that greeting anniversary, happy anniversary. Anniversaries are for celebrating the joys of today, the memories of yesterday, and the hopes of tomorrow. May your day be filled with love and happiness. Beautiful. Good job. Love that one. All right. So we're going to stamp Thinking of You. And we're going to be using Berry Burst for both our sentiments. Thinking of You. And then I'm going to get out this other one, and since we have the ink out, and I'm going to stamp the next card, Happiest Birthday Wishes. All right. That'll give those plenty of time to dry. And then we're going to add our sentiment, layer it up. Gorgeous. And then for this one, if you've got, like, I noticed earlier when I accidentally got some of the glue, the Stampin' Seal on the vellum, it rubs right off the vellum, which is really nice. And then we're just going to, from this score line to this score line, apply some adhesive for our sentiment. And then I'm going to try to line up that point and that point. Look how beautiful that is, how fun this card is. Oh, I'm loving it. All right. And so for this one, I brought out the Sparkle Dot Essentials. I didn't look this one up. I hope it's still available. It's one of my favorites. It's got some of the in colors in here. Actually, it's got a Night of Navy and Garden Green. It may not be unless it's like on the last chance, because it's got Petunia Pop. And I think that one just retired. That's this one. But I mean, it's such a, like I said, they all coordinate, all the colors. And it just, to me, it just, I don't know, sparkle. I don't know, it just, I love all the sparkles, and it sets it off. All right, so we're going to do this beautiful, pretty in pink. I'm just going to put that one right here, followed by the small one. Actually, let's do the small Petunia Pop next to it. And then the Garden Green. Oh, what happened to it? Oh, it's stuck. There we go. All right. So there's that one. Super easy. Lots of fun here. And it will fold flat to mail. And I'm feeling a little of that extra there. So what I'm going to do is grab my Stampin' Emboss Buddy and just kind of dab it, and that's going to get rid of that sticky. There we go. And so now for card number 2. And I think on this one, I also have that template. And we're going to make a bow and tie this ribbon on. It's just so, so pretty. Now, as you can see, this vellum looks really good on pretty much any color, right? It looks good on just the plain white, and it looks good on this one. Now, if I had layered it a little bit more, I could have probably layered this one smaller, because this is 4 by 5 1/4, onto the white a little bit bigger, and then maybe black for the outside. That would have brought out, I think, the colors more. But here is the card base, the card template that I had in my stash. This is one of the older ones I did a couple of years ago, I think. This one's really nice to show off both sides, and since this one's vellum, I really thought it would just, I don't know, this fold is just gorgeous. So the card base is 5 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And this is if you decided to layer it, and I just wanted it to be on the front of the card. So this template got me started, and then this is the idea I came up with. At first I was going to do a regular fold with this one layered, but I thought, no, let's put that on the inside. And this is fresh freesia cardstock that I'm using. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to center this one. Then when I find that sweet spot, I'm going to hold it down, lift up this flap, and we're only going to apply adhesive on the panel, that left side there. Just like that. You always want to do the top one first. That way, when you bring in the inside piece, you can make sure it is layered correctly. Does that make sense? Again, I'm going to hold it down, lift up the top, and add my adhesive. Complete the adhesive. And these cards are very easy and fast to make, and they look amazing. Now this one, the ribbon, I'll give you that measurement. It is approximately 13 inches. And what I like to do is use a glue dot, especially when I'm using ribbon. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's going to just come right through the middle there. Oop. All right. Grab another glue dot. Make sure that's tight. Line that up, and then let's see, what did I do with my ribbon scissors? Here we go. I put a ribbon on my scissors, so I only use these for ribbon and nothing else. And now I'm going to get this beautiful berry burst. It's shiny ribbon is what it's called. And I'm going to make my 2 rabbit ears, like I taught my son how to tie his shoes. a couple of decades back. And then we're going to cross the rabbit ears over, and then we're going to bring this one and tuck it under and pull it through. And then we're going to just keep pulling it through and then tightening it to get the bow that I'm looking for. Just keep bringing it through, tightening it. And then again, I'm going to use a glue dot. And then just trim it. Make sure you want to make sure that you're you can see one side's shinier than the other, but you want to make sure that it's going to all fit when you close the card and put it in the envelope. Happiest birthday wishes. Absolutely gorgeous. Love, love, love that sentiment. And I love mixing and matching. And what I did was I used the sentiments from one stamp set and the dies from a totally different one. It's a lot of fun to do that. Now I'm also going to use for this one the 2026-2028 in color butterflies and in color dots. I've used these butterflies a lot. They're just too fun. And again, you can always, if you're wanting to add more to your card, you can always put like a butterfly, which now that I see this, I want to do that. It's so pretty. I already have it on a glue dot. Of course, we want them going towards a flower to pollinate that cute flower. I mean, that's so cute, right? With or without the butterfly, y'all. I think they're too cute. I'm going to put them on both of them. That is too cute. Of course, Winka Stella. Get that nice, polished, pretty butterfly. Cute. That's another reason why I have these on a glue dot off to the side. That way, if I change my original design, which I did, I'll have it ready. All right, so we're gonna get this one, which is Golden Glow. And then we're gonna get Barely Blush on the in color dots. And now for the butterfly, I wanna do this beautiful hydrangea hue. Ooh, so fun and so easy. And then the inside, you can put on there whatever, you know, sentiment that you have. If it's late or you know it's going to be a little late, you can add that really cool sentiment. I'm always on the hunt for a good sentiment like that. And this one is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Fun fold, brand new fun fold. And another gorgeous fun fold using this gorgeous, gorgeous vellum. Absolutely fun. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next week for some more fun. Lots of ideas, so I don't know what it's going to be. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next week. Happy stamping.